You may be exhausted and you don't know what to do, but now it's time to learn the best ways to relax and relieve stress. It's going to change your life. I think you and I are so similar because we face the similar things in life, and one of them that we face is stress. And it naturally can happen just by raising a family, being married, taking care of work, taking care of a home, taking care of laundry, and all those single socks. It's like, where did all the other socks go, right? All these things add up to be some level of stress. And what is stress? Well, a simple definition of stress is when you want something to move or change and you don't have the power to do it, but you keep pushing for it to happen. You start to feel like you are pushing yourself beyond the limits that you really have. And so we all are trying to make a better life, right? And we're all facing some level of stress, but how do you take a break from stress? If you're gonna stress, can you relax? That's the question. Because I can stress me when I exercise. I can stress myself. Even going fishing can be stressful. But how do I relax myself? Do I have that ability? Because we can all push ourselves. But can you relax who you are? Well, if you can't, and you wish you could, here we go. Let's check this out. My best way for me to be able to relax is, I was taught by one of my mentors, if you can manage your breathing, you can manage your energy, meaning the feeling you have inside of you. And I thought, wow, that's kind of different. What do you mean manage my breathing? And they said, well, can you do a breathing technique? What do you mean breathing technique? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in with the count of 7. And then you're going to hold your breath for just a couple seconds. And then you're going to breathe out with a count of 7, meaning your whole breathing out is stretched out over a count of 7. And then you hold for just a couple of seconds, and then you do the breathing in and stretch it out over a count of 7. So it's 7 in, and I believe it's actually 7 that you hold, and then 7 back out. So it's called sevens. And I might have just totally messed that up, but that's what I remember from the experience. And my mentor was super smart, and I believe him, because they would walk me through this breathing exercise of just easy, calm, managing my breath experiences. And wow, it calmed me down. Really slowed down my thinking so my mind could be calm, my body could be calm. But I gotta say first, the first 7 that came in, I thought I was gonna die. Like, wait, I gotta breathe faster than this. Because when you're stressed, you breathe faster. You kind of act like something's chasing you, it's gonna eat you, or some monster's coming after you. So to slow down your breathing, it's sometimes like, whoa, hold on a second, can I stay alive and breathe this way? But there are lots of breathing techniques. Look it up on the internet. There's lots of breathing techniques that I think you may be able to find one that fits you. But learn how to manage your breathing. That's something you can do anywhere at any time to just help relax yourself so you're not wound up and tight all the time. You'll burn out if you're always stressed. You'll burn out. And then you will emotionally or mentally crash, and then that takes a while to get through that, and then you have to come back from that. You don't need burnout. You just need ways to relax. So breathing is a great way to do that. Number 2 is stillness. I have a practice that I do that if I'm in my office and things get a little tense and stressed, I got to take a moment. I put all my fingertips together. I literally just sit there and I close my eyes and I just hold still. I do breathe. I breathe normal, but I'll just hold my fingertips, fingertip to fingertip, and I will just practice holding still for a good 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and just to physically just calm myself. Because I know when I get stressed, I get jittery and I start, moving quickly and kind of clumsy in that moment, kind of clanky and clumsy. So stillness really is something I can practice anywhere, at home, or if I'm at work, or whatever I'm doing, that's something else I could do at any time, anywhere. Unless I'm driving, then that would be a little bit dangerous. But breathing and stillness, two great things to practice of just being in that place. Now, sunrise and sunset are magical. There's something about the light at that time of the day. It just has a different hue to it, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's different than the noonday sun and the nighttime moon. But sunrise and sunset, I find, is actually very recharging. We were just recently up at a lake up in the Wind River Mountains, and it was suggested to me that I need to go watch a few sunsets in a row. And I remember this, I just haven't done it for a while, and so I got up early, took the camp chair, plopped it down in the middle of the field to welcome the sunrise for the day. Wow. That sunrise came over the mountains, and that light that was shining through the air, that came to me at that moment, I don't know, but man, I busted out crying. Like, I just started to cry. And the sunrise happened for just a few moments, about 10 minutes by the time it started, and then it got up above the mountains. But it was quite the emotional experience, and I felt extremely calm in that morning sunrise. Now, what was equal and very, very powerful was to watch the sunset that night. I've glanced at the sunrise and glanced at the sunset, and I've sat up there and I've done this before, but I have forgot about it recently. So to take that moment and literally watch the sunrise and sunset, it really calmed me down. Really, not just calmed my outside, but it really calmed me on the inside, that I actually felt and believed I could tackle any problem that ever came my way. Built my confidence, just watching the sunrise and the sunset. Try it out. Go watch the sunrise tomorrow morning, or watch the sunset today, and see what that does for you. But you're not reading a book, you're not on the phone, you're not doing activities at the time. You literally are intentionally sitting still and absorbing that whole sunset or sunrise experience. Now, number 4 here is, sometimes I can be a tree hugger. I know it's kind of a funny thing, but a tree hugger to me is somebody who loves the forest, loves the brushery. Is that even a word? Brushery? The bushes and trees and all the little trees and the big trees, and even the ones that are in my yard or at the park. But trees, to me, really are very calming. If I get wound up in my head, this is actually my favorite thing to do, is to literally just go outside and sit and literally be with the tree. Sit on the ground and lean up against a tree, or go take a chair and sit next to a tree and just be with it. I look at the branches, I look at the leaves, I look at the pine needles, I look at the trunk, I look how it goes into the ground, and just very carefully just looking at the tree slowly in all of its details actually just calms me down. It just calms me down. And I've had friends and clients of mine that I've suggested, you might want to go have a tree moment. And they've tried it too. And similar reports come back of how calming it was. But again, you're not on your cell phone, you didn't take stuff with you, you don't have your earbuds in, you're not distracted. You literally are connecting to nature. And I really think that with the trees and their branches that go up in the sky and their roots that go in the ground, it's like it connects all of life. The unseen things we don't understand, and the beauty and majesty of the sky. And then here's the trunk in the middle. It's like it represents who we are. We're like the middle of two things, the majesty of life and the unknowns of life, the things we can't see. But it all connects, and a tree brings it all together. Try this one out. Go sit with the tree. Take a moment. Look at the tree. Admire all of its qualities. And notice how much it represents you in your life right now. It's incredible how whatever tree you go to choose to be with or sit with, and you look at, you'll notice that it's got a lot of resemblance to what you're going through in your life. And it's nice to know you're not alone. You know, the tree's letting you know you're not alone. You're doing just fine. Just hang in there. The last one is water. The sound of water. The image of water. You know, I love being next to the sound of a nice small little stream or a brook, you know, and I love that sound, the movement of water. I also enjoy just the majesty of a lake or the intensity of an ocean, right? Oh, or rain, when rain happens, just to hear it and see it and feel it on your skin when it falls to the sky. It's just beautiful. You know, or sitting in a tub, or go sit in the hot tub, or take a shower. But to literally take a moment and put all of your attention and all of your focus on water. And notice what it does for you. Notice what it's doing. You know, what is your relationship with water, and what does it mean to you? You know, to me it means, you know, cleanliness. It means, you know, something that can transport a person. It can be a form of life and vitality. You know, it's important to all of nature and all of the world. It's got a high level of value on the planet. And for me to connect or be with water, it just helps me feel simple and valuable. Because you have a lot of connections with water. You do. That's why you clicked on this video to watch this video. Out of all the videos that we have and all these incredible videos we have in this YouTube channel, this one caught your attention. And I know you're just like me. Water will help you relax. You know, even at nighttime, I have this little sound that I push, a little recording of sound of water. These slow, calm waves, not the big crashing waves, but the slow, calm waves coming up on shore. Oh, it just relaxes me. I think that's why people go to the ocean. They go to the lake. They go to the river, because of the relaxing feeling it gives them. It's quite nurturing, quite healing. But each one of these help us. They help us really begin to learn how to relax, because we really don't practice these things very often. We don't really put this into our daily schedule. Usually we're not trying to lower our stress level until something's about ready to go wrong, or it did go wrong. But maybe today would be a good day for you to actually plan for these moments. How often can you go before you burn out? Well, find out where burnout's at, scoot up a couple days or a week, and then plan to do one of those activities so that you can relax and not hit the burnout zone. There's no reason to burn out. Now, for more of what I'm sharing with you here, you can check out our website or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or you know what? Send this video to one of your friends. I bet you know a friend that stresses out and burns out. They need to hear about this. That we really need to do something about the ability to relax. It's not natural to really relax. We really need to look at this and test this and try this so we can find what's going to work best for us. Well, here at 3 Key Elements, we do what we do because your life matters.